All right, everyone, let's talk about the area of a triangle. For this video, you're definitely going to need your calculator and you're going to need it for the homework as well. Before we get started with your calculator, go to mode. I have no idea if you can even see this. Probably not. Go to mode and arrow down to where it says radian and degree, and make sure that you are in degree mode. So use the right arrow key and push enter so that it's highlighted. You need to be in degrees from now until I tell you otherwise, which probably won't be till the end of the year. Okay, so you'll notice it says 15.3. I'm not gonna do a lesson on 15.1. 15.1 is all SOHCAHTOA and a couple of word problems. So you definitely know how to do that already. Let's look at some notation that you're gonna see. So when you're doing word problems or even non-word problems, sometimes you're gonna see something like 45 degrees and then it looks like 15 with an apostrophe, and that means 15 minutes. So there are 15 minutes, there are 60 minutes in an hour. So that means 50 minutes is a quarter of an hour. So 15 minutes over 60 minutes in an hour, which is going to be 0.25. So 45 degrees and 15 minutes is 45.25 degrees. So instead of using a decimal, they use the apostrophe symbol. So if you see that, you need to convert the apostrophe, which are minutes, and you need to convert that into a decimal to make it degrees. So that does occur in section 15.1 with a couple of the problems. Okay. Area of a triangle. So you know that area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. Pretty boring. ABC. So if I give you that side AB is, let's just say it's 10, and I give you that side AC, let's just say that's, how about 13? And I ask you to find the area of this triangle. Okay, so normally what you're used to is dropping a perpendicular. So when you drop the perpendicular, and then you try to find that height, and many times you'll be giving an angle measure or whatever. So let's just say that I tell you that the measure of angle A is, I don't know, how about 29 degrees? Okay, because I didn't give you quite enough information. How do you find the height? You would use SOHCAHTOA. So you would say, let's just call this H. So to find the height of this triangle, you would say that the sine of 29 degrees is equal to H over 10. And let's calculate that on our calculator. Again, make sure you're in degrees. So 10 times the sine, where is it, of 29. The height is 4.848096202. Leave that number in your calculator. Leave the number in your calculator. I'm going to approximate it just for writing on the board. So the height is 4.85. Okay, and now I can find the area of this triangle. So I can say the area of the triangle is 1/2 the base, which is 13, times the height, which is 4.85. Okay, so do that calculation. And that gives me 6.5 times 31.51. Square units. So I'm going to tell you that there is another way to do this problem that doesn't involve dropping the perpendicular, and you can just do a straight plug and chug. Okay, so this height, which we said was approximately 4.85, this height, which is approximately 4.85, that came from here. So we plugged into our calculator, we got 4.85. So let's go backwards. The height came from 10 times the sine of 29 degrees. So I'm working backwards. I got the height was 4.85. That came from using SOHCAHTOA and saying it was the sine of 29 degrees was the height over 10, blah, blah. Okay, so here we go. Area of a triangle. 1/2 base times height. Absolutely works. You can draw the perpendicular as many times as you want. For all problems it works, but it's not the most efficient way all the time. So the area of a triangle was one of the sides 10, one of the sides 13, and then I had the 4.85 times 10 times the sine, or equals 10 times the sine of 29. The area of the triangle is 1/2. I don't want to use B for base. Let's do side AC times the 10, but the 10 came from side AB. 10 came from side AB. And then we multiplied the 10, which again is side AB, times the sine of 29 degrees. Well, the sine of 29 degrees comes from angle A. This is very messy, so of course we're going to abbreviate it. I don't want to use side AC. I don't want to use side AB, so let's fix it. Okay. Let's do it here. So the area of a triangle, 1/2. Side AC. So side AC is known as B. Side AC is known as B. Side AB is known as C times the sine of angle A. And of course, there are variations. So the area is 1/2 the length of 2 of the sides times the sine of the angle. So you could say 1/2 AC sine B. B is between A and C. You could say it's 1/2 AB sine C, and then 1/2 BC sine A. So these are alternatives to drawing in the perpendicular. As long as you know 2 sides and the included angle, this formula is good to go. This formula is good to go. So let's do a quick example. Again, I'm boring. So let's say that side B, which is opposite angle B, is, how about 19? And side A, which is opposite angle A, side A is opposite angle A, how about 13? And I need to give you angle C, otherwise you can't use the formula. So angle C is between the 2 sides. So how about 51 degrees? This is a straight plug and chug. I would pause the video and then see if you get the same answer as me. $95.98. Right, 95, yeah, 0.98. So this is section 15.3, learning some alternate ways to find area of triangles. The last way, which is by far the most useful, and it's called Heron's formula, and some people call it Hero's formula. There's an N in it. I don't know why they don't pronounce the N. Okay. And this is covered on page 883. Number 7. Page 883, number 7. Okay, so here I go. S is half the perimeter. What am I talking about? We're going to plug into a formula. The area of a triangle is equal to, it looks really long and complex, I promise you it's not, S times the quantity S minus A. A represents side A. S minus B, which represents side B. And S minus C, which represents side C. Literally, this is just a plug and chug. So if I give you so ABC. So let's say you have, how about A is 10, B is 16. Okay, side C must be greater than 26. Triangle inequality theorem, the length of one side has to be greater than the sum of the other two sides, so it's got to be more than 26. How about 31? So S is 1/2 31 plus 10 plus 16. +10 plus 16 divided by 2. Uh-oh. 28.5. So the area is the square root of S, which is 28.5, times something's wrong. Half the perimeter, 31 plus 10 plus 16, so S. 41 is greater than 16. 41 is greater than 16. 47 is greater than 10. Oh, I made a mistake somewhere. You're probably at home screaming at the, at the video. So you might as well like fast forward until I figure out what my problem is. 41 is greater than 16. Oh, because 26 is not greater than 31. I messed it up. 21 plus 16 is 37 is greater than 10. 31 is greater than 16, and 26 is greater than 21. I had the triangle inequality theorem backwards. So change your 31 to a 21. $23.5. There we go. So 23.5. The order in which you do it doesn't matter. 23.5 minus 10. 23.5 minus 16. 23.5 minus 21. So plug all that in. 23.5 times 13.5 times 2.5 times 23.5 minus 16. Don't forget to square root the answer. Okay, if I've done it right, you should have 77.13 square units. 77.13 square units. Couple of quick notes before I end the video. Generally, you should round to the nearest hundredth. In general, you should round to the nearest hundredth. So unless the directions say otherwise, hundredth. Lastly, probably should have done this at the beginning. Angle A, the side opposite angle A is side BC, lowercase. The side opposite angle B is side B, lowercase. The side opposite angle C is side C. So that's just a quick note. All right, that's section 15.3, some good formulas to help make future problems a little bit easier.